everybody, this is a Florida Golden Girl. I'm back in the town of Gotha, filming a series of vlogs about this historic town. As you can see in front of me, I have my sidekick. So we're just going to do a little bit of a walkthrough to give you an idea of what the town looks like. For example, last vlog we were at this church, and if you go down the road that way where I'm pointing is where that historic cemetery is that I found. It is a weekday that I'm filming. As you know, my preference is I film weekdays because not a lot of people are around to bother me. Our next vlog is going to take us to historic Nearling Gardens. Need to make an appointment with the people that own the property to get on. Evidently, it's a pretty nice place. But as you can see, we're walking down the avenue. There's really not much of what you would call a downtown. It's super small. I mean, most of what you see is rich folk homes, folks. That's pretty much what Gotha is all about. Because the next town over is Windermere. And I think I've told you that Windermere has lots of large houses, schools, things of that nature. There is a Crenshaw school here in Gotha. But other than that, there's, maybe one restaurant. There's not like a main store or there's probably a post office, but that's not what is comprised of the main drag. There used to be a house that sat here. And now they've torn it down. And what they're gonna do is they're just gonna build something there. You could see by the brick. So this was someone's house. And I tell you, it's no different anywhere you go where, the greedy property developers will come in and buy a nice house and flip it. And they want the land. So looks like there's a little park here, and we're gonna go by it and see what's what. It's just a little place, I guess, where people can go have a seat. It's probably no more than any other town, but to tell you where the money is where you look at the houses. The property, if you look at the property, it's really nice. All of the homes are custom homes, and these days, custom homes are expensive. I'm just going to do a walk up the road here and to give you an idea of what it's about. Each settlement town is right next to one another. And so that's the way the layout was. However, if you're talking back in the day, you may have had a little bit of a small town, but then you're talking about farms, orange groves, and things of that nature, which is where that was the layout of the land back then. So we're just walking up the road, and it gives you a tie-in again to the church and the graveyard that we came upon. And so you're going to see where a lot of the older houses, see, this gives you an idea. Do you see this? Now, folks, this is a custom home. And again, if I go off in a distance, I'm going to see, you're going to see them building another home over there. Most of the jobs in this area are construction. That's pretty much the industry here in Florida. It's either medical, Disney, or construction. Maybe a few restaurant workers, but that's about it. So, let me see. We'll walk down this side street. Gives you an idea of. So this is that custom home I was telling you about, and it looks like from the back. That's a pool back there. That's a Florida room. And if I know the way things are, the greedy property developers are going to come along and they're going to eventually get rid of these older homes over here. Now, that's just the way it is these days, where they will get their hands on, see, that's a new home there. I hate the color of that home over there. I've seen some real doozies, folks. I've seen colors of homes that are blue, green, pink, and any other color in between that you can think of. But yeah, I mean, but this is really what Gotha is in a nutshell. It's a bunch of rich folk that live in this area. See? Isn't that pretty? I just hate that color. Is that too big for one person? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And then you have an older home here and an older home here. I predict in the future, I'm not sure when, but I predict that one day those homes will be torn down and the greedy property developers will come in and scoop that land up. Because that's what it is these days, folks. It's all about the land and nothing else. So, as we continue our journey, you got a couple of other older homes here. I mean, you think, I look at them and I'm like, I've really seen some really pretty homes. You got a couple over here. And you got a couple over. That's a big freaking home over there. I'm sorry, I just don't see, if I had a whole bunch of kids or a mother and whoever living with me, I could see the need of a big home. But it's just, they're just not what they're cracked up to be. Now, if I go over here and if you look at that property, you could see that it's slated to be developed. And that's what it's all about, folks. I know I keep reiterating it, but you know how that goes. So, as we continue our journey, you have an older home over there. I'm trying to think, that's Tudor style. Not a fan. I like the Craftsman style bungalows. If you look at how they developed those, the early 1900 classic bungalows in LA, they are so gorgeous. And then I think I like colonial and Spanish. Those are the two that I like the most. And then you got a property over here that's for sale. That's kind of cool. So if I pan down a little bit of the street, I mean, these people take pride in their homes. You don't see, you know, where they look really ghetto looking or anything like that. I think trash pickup is, you know, for your mattresses, furnitures, things like that is on Thursdays. So yeah, they must have moved in. I just don't like that house. See? Isn't that kind of cool? And then if I go to the other side of the road, you got that right there. I'm just not a fan. So this video won't truly cover every street in the town, but I kind of wanted to give you a little bit of a tour. You know, to say, hey, you know, this is a little bit about what the town looks like. I mean, it's one thing when you're in a car, but when you're walking, you truly get a little bit more of what the town is about. Now, this road that we're approaching, they're doing new development on a lot of those houses there. And that looks like that's another piece of property they're getting ready to probably take down and redevelop. You see the sign? See? And then as we continue, you see, if you go straight ahead, you're going to see quite a few houses that are being developed. I hope you are enjoying this tour as much as I am. There's no there's a sidewalk over there, but stay on the road and then nobody bothers you, you know. But, and I get a little bit of exercise also. So let's just cross over so I'm not in anyone's way. Do you see over here in the distance? You've got you have two homes, that are right next to each other that are being built. That's new construction right there. And then across the street, you see that? Isn't that pretty? I've seen better, but I mean, it's not bad. But I mean, we're at the corner of Dingus Avenue. Yeah, we're at the corner of Dingus Avenue and A Street. And we're gonna walk up A Street a little bit. And believe it or not, we're going by the post office. So you'll see the town of Gotha's post office. How historic is that? It's not historic at all, it's a laugh. So here's another cool home right here. Let me give you a little bit of a peek there. And then there's the next door one that I was telling you about. I'm kind of a fan, but not really. Okay, let's proceed. So, if you, the viewer, would like to see more videos of me just walking through a town and kind of filming it as I walk and talk, let me know. I'm still trying to figure out what it is. Oh yeah, that's a historic dog, by the way. What it is you're looking for, let me know. So there's the email is general mailbox at allaboutrudy.org. So this is where we are. So that's the little post office right there. And my sidekick is with me, you know, because he thinks that I need protecting going down the street. And that's okay. It's always good to have my sidekick with me. So, do you know what highway that is right there? I think that's 535, State Road 535 up there in the distance, folks. Because in historic Alfa Romeo, I used to love those cars at one time. But, we're so small now. But then, back then, the cars we thought were cool was, do you remember the Datsun? They had the 240Z, the 260Z, the 280Z, and they kind of looked like a version of a Corvette. And then Opel had a car that they made. But oh, my car was the Datsun 280Z. Here's another view of this. This is a side view of the home that we just walked by. So we're on Hempel Avenue, and Hempel was named in honor of the town founder. Was named in honor of the town founder. So we're gonna go up Hempel Avenue. So you see, that's a cool house right there. And see, so this is where you really, this is kind of, it's not the main drag, but it's one of the major roads going down Gotha. So, you see how pretty they are? I mean, this is the dream right here. Isn't that pretty? I mean, I'm just kind of walking by. So isn't that pretty? I mean, that's a dream right there. They got money. That's just, you know, with all of the trees lined up, and I mean, I seen roads like this back in the 60s and 70s. Now this looks like that's a home slate that needs to be torn down. They live in a wealthy area and they live in a dump. That's what I classify as a dump. No pride of ownership or nothing. Oh my God, that's no better. Look at that. Look at all of the crap on the outside. That's not an antique store by any means. But they live in the wealthiest town in Central Florida per capita. And they live like that. Well, you got people that would give their last bottom dollar. Now see, they're remodeling that over there. I don't know what they're doing, but they're remodeling. So we're going to continue our walk. Oh, I don't think I've ever done this where I've actually got out and walked, but it's okay. No, wow, that looks like a Leave It to Beaver, Ozzie Harriet Nelson house, doesn't it? I don't like that. I like the layout of, I love the fence, I like the layout of the lawn. But that house, a nice Victorian wraparound would be perfect for something like that. And then I must pan over to the other side. You got some nice little Craftsman bungalow homes right over there that they've done up nice. So, yeah, this is an example of like a grandparent home. I had grandparents that lived in a place like that, you know, with the overhanging thing and the fenced-in porch. That's really nice. And then you got this architectural monstrosity on the right. All right, let's talk about this for a moment. So I understand gray is like this fashionable color, but who in their right mind would paint a beautiful house like this gray? That's horrible. They painted the brick gray. That's just, I mean, that's really laid out nice. I'd do it like a soft yellow or something, but that's horrible. But so it looks, let me pan and you can get a look at that house over there. So, and then we were down this road. So we kind of did a bit of a loop around of the town of Gotha. And so we're kind of back to where we started from, kind of in the middle of the town. You got that over there. So I'm going to end our little walk around through the town of Gotha today. I want to thank you for taking the time to view this video and to come on this journey with me. The next vlog from Gotha is going to be Nearling Gardens, and from what I've seen, I think that's going to be really, really, really a nice thing to go check out. So with that, I want to thank you for watching. Click, like, subscribe. Recommend my channel to fellow viewers. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend, tell the dog, cat, the bird, your coworker about my channel. Through your word of mouth is how my viewership grows. For those that just come in to check out the town is greatly appreciated. And I want to recommend my earlier channels. Take a look at my other ones. I think you will find them just as equally nice. There's lots of content out there. I know I've got a lot of cemetery vlogs, but you know, go back and look at some of the little European vlogs that I did. I will be doing a little bit more venturing forth outside. I'm still finding my way. I post only once a week because the viewership is just not where I could justify going out there and making more content and things of that nature. But that's just the way, you know, it is, and that's okay. I'm sure you hang in there with me. Things will continue to evolve. And with that, I want to thank you for watching. And so long for now.